Hello, I'm Li Hao. So today I'm going to talk about styling your elements with class. Wait, thought we learned about this before, right? In this example, we talk about how you can add a class and then you can add a class selector in your styles, and then boom, you apply the styles to elements, right? What else to learn about? Well, that's right. Have you learned about conditional class? Well, that's not that hard either, right? If you come over here, if I have class, over here I have a profit, where if my profit is negative, I'm going to apply a negative class. If it's positive, I'm going to apply a positive class. So a class attribute is you can pass in a string, and within this string you can have curly brackets. So anything within curly brackets is you can pass in any JavaScript expression. So I can come over here, check whether the profit is less than 0, then apply a negative class. If it's greater than 0, I use positive class. Yeah, that's it. Is there anything else you want to show me? Well, it is. Can you make this more concise? Well, of course, there's a way to write this. You can, okay, so if it's profit less than 0, I use negative. And I can combine these two expressions together. Is that what we are looking for? So if it's like this, then I can be like this. Right? Yeah, can you make it more concise and easy to read? Well, yes, kind of. Maybe I can come over here, I can define a class. So class, so this is a profit class. And I can apply this over here. And then I can add this as the string to my class, so that I can change whatever string it is. Is that it's well, we've seen a lot of different ways of writing, right? So there's no perfect way of writing. But today I'm going to share with you one tips, which is to use a class directive. Yes, class itself can be a directive as well. So if I come over here, let me undo a bit. And if I come over here, I've written this a class. Let me back it up even more. I have these two conditions over here, and you can immediately see that negative class should be applied when profit is less than 0. And there's a nice way to write this, to express this in using a class directive. So same thing as what we have over here. I'm gonna copy this first. I'm gonna use a class directive. So a directive is anything with a colon, right? So I write class and then a colon, and then I can pass in the name of the class. So the name of the class is called negative, and then to pass in a condition for this. So I can come over here and write profit less than 0. So this whole thing, class colon negative equals to profit less than 0, is the same way of expressing this. But I find this is more it's more expressive. It expressed more to me, where it says that if this class negative class apply based on this condition, rather than you have a ternary expressions that tries to return a string from your JavaScript expressions, and we kind of have to figure out like what that string is by reading this. And we figure that, oh, it's either a positive string or an empty string, and then what is the condition? And I find that writing it this way is much more readable. So I'm gonna come over here and convert this to class positive with the condition for the class positive as well. So I can write it this way now. So I have class negative, profit less than 0, and class positive, profit less than 1. So let's try. It still works. I always try, don't take my word for it, always try whether it works or not. Okay, so I have one more thing for you to try. As everything goes where we like to have shorthand, class directive also has its own shorthand. And hopefully you can guess what it is. It's like this. If this condition, so this condition can be any JavaScript expressions, right? What if this condition is a variable? If I write negative over here as a variable, and I declare negative as a reactively declared variable. So the value of negative always change whenever I change the profit. Then I would end up writing this, right? Class :negative equals negative. And since this class name and the variable name, the condition variable name is the same, I can omit this. I can write this. So class :negative, it's equals to, let me copy the previous one and then comment it out so that you can do your comparison you want. Okay, I should paste it over here. So this is equals to this. It's the same thing. So let's try it out, right? It works. So if you have a same condition name as a class name, then you can do this shorthand. And there you go, a class directive. Hopefully it adds a new way for you to specify what's the class of the element, instead of just having to concat strings to form your class names. So hopefully you learned something new, and I like to see you applying this in your Svelte components. So share with me with your any components that you've written that use a class directive in the comments down below. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. And as always, subscribe to my channel so that you get notified when the next one is out. So see ya, bye bye.